1. Nice tight. 2, 3,
Good.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Nice food.
9, 3, 4, 5.
With an upcoming clash looming, Mike Tyson sent a warning to Jake Paul by releasing a training video. Tyson captioned the post, "While Jake keeps talking, I'm going to keep training, going to f*** him up." Boxing legend Oscar De La Hoya worries about Mike Tyson's well-being in their upcoming clash. Though Tyson's been out of professional boxing since 2005, he's back in training. As the fight nears, De La Hoya expressed concern for Tyson's chances against the younger Paul. De La Hoya remarked, "Come on, I saw him the other day." He further added, "I love Tyson. He's got a puncher's chance in the first 3 rounds. I'm a little scared of Tyson getting hurt after the 3rd round. Jake Paul's a big boy. He's 27 years old. Tyson's 58. I'm happy for him that he's making money, that he still loves it. He's getting in there and he's in shape, but just be careful." Joe Rogan and his guests have already weighed in, highlighting what they see as the ideal outcome for the clash. In episode The 463 of the JRE MMA show, and the Bellator FC icon noted that Tyson appeared to genuinely enjoy himself while hyping up the matches. It was undoubtedly a favorable scenario for him. Should he face defeat, many would attribute it to his age. However, a victory over Paul would significantly enhance his legacy. Rogan expressed his thoughts, stating that Tyson was a formidable force. He remarked that ultimately, Mike Tyson was a monster, and suggested that if Tyson could manage to close the distance and unleash a powerful combination on Jake Paul, it would likely send Paul reeling. Rogan added that witnessing such an event would be remarkable. When it was Din Thomas's turn, he asserted that Tyson winning by knockout would be the best thing that could happen to the planet. The podcaster went on to say that the best possible outcome would be for Jake Paul to quickly realize that he was up against Mike Tyson. He noted that at least for the first round or two, Paul would come to understand just who Tyson was in the ring. Needless to say, this emotion was shared by the MMA veterans as well. As the countdown began, Joe Rogan expressed concern for Tyson's well-being, fearing the toll the fight could take on him at his age. Joe Rogan gathered with former fighters Din Thomas, John Rallo, and Matt Serra to discuss the much-anticipated clash between Iron Mike and the Problem Child. However, he also suggested that a victory against Paul would significantly enhance Tyson's legacy, solidifying his status as one of the greatest boxers of all time. Din Thomas, known for his insightful boxing analysis, strongly favored a Tyson knockout, asserting that Paul would quickly come to realize the vast disparity in skill and experience once inside the ring.
To watch a 58-year-old Mike, that would be best case scenario for the world.
I agree.
For sure. Worst case
Best
scenario
case
is
yeah.
someone gets hurt.
Yeah, best case scenario for the world is that he knocks Jake Paul out.
Yeah, best case scenario is Jake Paul realizes immediately he's in there with Mike Tyson. That Mike Tyson, at least for a round or two,
First time he
Mike
gets
Tyson.
cracked.
In professional boxing history, this matchup between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul stands out as one of the most captivating. The question on many minds is how the baddest man on the planet would secure a knockout against his younger, less experienced opponent. Joe Rogan, a renowned MMA commentator and UFC analyst, offers his perspective on the matter. Rogan believes that Tyson has the potential to knock Paul out. He emphasizes that one wrong move from Paul, such as moving in the wrong direction when Tyson closes the distance unexpectedly, could result in a knockout. However, Rogan also acknowledges that Tyson faces significant challenges. Despite his wealth of experience and ingrained knowledge of boxing techniques, Tyson may have forgotten more about boxing than Paul has ever learned.
Listen,
Dude, he's perfectly capable of knocking him out.
He is perfectly capable. If he zigs when he should have zagged, if Mike can close the distance in a way that he doesn't expect, and Mike also has layers upon layers of attacks that are in his mind. He's forgotten more about boxing than Jake Paul has ever remembered.
During an episode of his podcast Impulsive, Logan Paul expressed concerns about Mike Tyson fighting his brother Jake Paul in an upcoming match. Despite his apprehensions, Logan acknowledged Mike Tyson's presence as a guest on his show, aiming to create a comfortable atmosphere. He went on to emphasize Jake's competitive nature, describing him as a determined and intense fighter. Logan highlighted Jake's background, revealing his aspirations of becoming a Navy SEAL in high school, driven by a desire to serve his country and engage in combat. This experience, according to Logan, has equipped Jake with a real killer mentality, giving him an edge against the 58-year-old boxing legend.
It's cool. It's so cool to watch, and he's really crushing it. And I just feel like I want you to be okay in there, Mike. and I want you got to take him serious, Mike, because
I take him extremely serious. I take him extremely serious. These people don't take him serious.
No, they don't, and it's such a mistake because he's a real killer, Mike. Like, he wanted to be a Navy SEAL before he started boxing. Like, in high school, he wants to be a Navy SEAL. He wanted to go kill people on behalf of his country.
Logan warned Tyson, but he didn't seem very alarmed by the influencer's remarks. Mike Tyson revealed that he was fearful of his 13-year-old son, a realization he had come to after 58 years of life experience. He explained that based on what he had witnessed throughout his life, he had learned that anyone is capable of killing, and this made him cautious of everyone. Tyson shared that this perspective stemmed from the life he had lived and the things he had seen, which shaped his understanding of human nature.
I'm fearful. I'm fearful of my 13-year-old son. And this is what I learned through my 58 years of experience. What my experience is that anyone's capable of killing you. In my life and the way I lived my life and what I've seen, anyone's capable of killing you. So you should be apprehensive for anyone. That's just my life, the life that I live. Everyone around me, anybody I know is capable of killing you.
Mike Tyson, the boxing legend, supposedly went down like a sack of potatoes after a hardcore training sesh for his big fight with Jake Paul, the YouTube dude turned boxer. This news has left fans of both fighters feeling all sorts of shook, wondering if Tyson still got it or if he's just a washed up old dude. Back in the day, Tyson was known for being a beast in the ring, with a will of iron and all that. Even at 58, he's been hitting the gym hard to try and get back to his old glory days. But it looks like all that training might have been too much for him. Tyson immersed himself in a grueling training regimen, determined to reach the pinnacle of his abilities for his highly anticipated boxing match with Jake Paul. Each day, he dedicated countless hours to rigorous workouts, pushing his body and mind to their limits. With an unwavering focus, he engaged in high-intensity drills that tested his endurance and strength. Tyson's unwavering determination and dedication were evident as he relentlessly powered through each exercise, refusing to succumb to fatigue. After 2 hours of intense training, Tyson's body finally reached its breaking point. Collapsing from exhaustion, he lay on the gym floor, drenched in sweat. Despite the physical toll, a sense of accomplishment washed over him as he realized the progress he had made. Tyson knew that his unwavering commitment and hard work would ultimately lead him to victory in the ring.
Move around and relax. Nice. Breathe. Great head movement. Breathe. Get on them toes. Move and chill. Relax.
That's
Breathe.
it.
There you go. Breathe and relax. Beautiful.
Mike Tyson, despite flashes of his old self in his 2020 exhibition match, faces a significant challenge against the younger and fitter Jake Paul. At 58, Tyson is contending with the inevitable effects of aging, while Paul, 27, has youth and stamina on his side. Medical experts highlight the risks for older athletes like Tyson, including dehydration, heat exhaustion, and potential heart problems. Though Tyson maintains a healthy lifestyle now, his history of intense fights and training may have long-term consequences.
Beautiful, man. Hey. Hey. Fought right through it. Damn right. Can't beat that shit.
Meanwhile, Jake Paul has shared a striking video showcasing himself knocking down a sparring partner, building excitement for his much-anticipated showdown with Mike Tyson. The video features Paul making his debut as a heavyweight after transitioning from cruiserweight as he lands a devastating right hand that sends his significantly larger opponent crashing to the canvas. As the highly anticipated boxing match between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson approaches, with only a few weeks remaining, Paul has been actively engaging with his fans and the media on social media platforms. In contrast, Tyson has maintained a remarkably low-key presence. While Iron Mike has occasionally made public statements in the lead-up to the match, he has largely remained out of the spotlight. This unconventional behavior has sparked concern among boxing enthusiasts, but Paul, his opponent, chooses not to overanalyze Tyson's silence. In a recent interview with Sports Illustrated, Paul shared his perspective. The 27-year-old shared his belief that Tyson is simply locking in on the fight ahead. He's declining to do interviews. He just wants to train and be a savage, he said. The young boxer has faced widespread criticism for stepping into the ring with the ex-heavyweight world champion. However, the social media star has his own reasons for pushing forward with the high-stakes clash. When asked at a recent press conference why he's fighting Tyson, Paul replied, "Making history. This is what it's all about for me, man. I'm a kid from Ohio. They'll never give me credit. That's the way it is. If I was walking on water, they would say it's because I couldn't swim. And this is to make history. The people think I'm going to get knocked out by this strong, powerful guy." He added, "All the people in my comments say, look at his power, he's gonna get KO'd. This has taken a chance to fight somebody as vicious as Mike can be. You gotta risk it for the biscuit. That's the name of the game." Tony Bellew, a former world cruiserweight champion, has issued a warning to Jake Paul, stating that he would be eaten alive if they were to engage in a fight. However, Jake Paul remains unfazed, expressing his unwavering confidence and asserting that his focus is solely on Mike Tyson. Paul emphasizes that Tyson is not only in good health, but also thriving during his training camp, dismissing concerns that Tyson's health could lead to another cancellation of their potential bout. Bellew isn't as confident about Paul's boxing ability, however, saying to Safest Casino sites, "Listen, everyone's got a price, but he would never fight me. I would eat him alive. Just face a real boxer. I'll tell you what, just come over to England, get a license, and try and win an English title. If you can win an English title or the British title, I'll take my hat off to you. Or go do it in the USA, do where you're from. Win the US Cruiserweight title." As soon as he steps in with anyone who has any kind of reasonable boxing experience, he's had it. He's getting taken to school. Tony Bellew has been upfront about his opinions regarding Jake Paul, especially concerning Paul's decision to fight Tyson Fury. While Bellew doesn't actively pursue a confrontation with Paul, he's indicated an openness to it if the circumstances were enticing. In a discussion last September, Bellew confessed, "I've got no real hunger or desire to face Jake Paul, if I'm being totally honest. Do I want to? No, not really. But would I? Yes. Everyone's got a price. I would, yeah, absolutely. But do I want to? Not really, no." Tyson's collapse caused a major stir on social media, with fans freaking out and begging him to reconsider his upcoming fight, or at least take extra precautions. They're all worried that this boxing icon might get seriously hurt, especially since he's going up against a younger, less experienced fighter. Some boxing experts are saying that Tyson's body might not be able to handle the same level of punishment it used to, while others admire his determination, but warn that the risks might outweigh the rewards. Boxing bigwigs, like fighters and trainers, have all kinds of opinions, with some praising Tyson for his dedication, and others questioning whether he should even be in the ring at all. Even though that collapse was definitely scary, Tyson knows how to bounce back from setbacks. He's done it before, both inside and outside the ring. His comeback fight against Roy Jones Jr. in 2020 was amazing, and many fans still think he can pull off another surprise. The key is for him to train smart and not push himself too hard and risk getting hurt again. Tyson's team is planning to reevaluate his training intensity in the weeks leading up to the fight. They want to make sure he's working hard, but also recovering properly to avoid any more incidents. Fans will be watching closely to see if Tyson's conditioning improves and whether he can still pack that legendary punch when the bell rings.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Within the state of Texas, the Texas Department of Regulation and Licensing, the governing body for combat sports, adheres to a distinct protocol. This protocol is evident in the upcoming boxing match between Tyson and Paul, scheduled for November 15th, which will comprise 8 rounds. At the request of the fight's promoter, Bryce Holden, the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation has authorized the use of 14-ounce gloves and 2-minute rounds for this highly anticipated event. Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation's communications manager, Tella Mange, announces an unprecedented development in sanctioned professional boxing matches within the state, the use of 14-ounce gloves. Additionally, she highlights the unusual occurrence of 2-minute rounds for male boxers in Texas, emphasizing the uniqueness of both measures. We've had a couple of men's bouts that were professional debuts that were 2-minute rounds, but it's been a while and I haven't been able to figure out who those were, Mange said. When asked why the TDLR made exceptions for the Tyson-Paul fight, Mange responded, "If two contestants request terms that do not represent a safety issue and are not in violation of statute and/or rules, then we can agree to regulate the event and ensure those terms are enforced. Having heavier gloves and shorter rounds does not make the event more dangerous for either competitor." Tyson believes shorter rounds will boost his energy and strike power, but they could benefit Paul by reducing fatigue. Paul proposed a 10-round, 3-minute fight, but Tyson declined due to the heavier gloves that could cushion Paul's punches. While Tyson's speed and agility are uncertain, he still has a strong punch and may benefit from 14-ounce gloves. Paul has shown strength with 7 knockouts in 11 fights. As per the guidelines, the boxing ring's dimensions must be between 16 by 16 feet and 24 by 24 feet, allowing the promoter to choose a size within this range. Tyson, known for his aggressive fighting style, is likely to favor a smaller ring to minimize the amount of chasing required during the match. He has openly expressed his anticipation of needing to pursue Paul throughout the encounter. George Foreman, the retired heavyweight world champion, on 14-ounce gloves. For a genuine puncher, there is hardly any difference. When I was sparring back in the day, many guys were hurt and holding on when I hit them. A 14-ounce glove can't mask power. Nico Ali Walsh, pro boxer and grandson of Muhammad Ali, on the 14-ounce gloves. It will take the sting off a little bit, and I believe the glove size is there just as a precaution since Mike is older than people that are fighting professionally. He shouldn't be fighting in professionally sized gloves. According to Ali Walsh, he also views the 2-minute rounds as a precaution. He said, "The combination of the 2-minute rounds and the 14-ounce gloves made this fight possible. I don't think any sanctioning body would allow the fight to happen with Mike if they were 10-ounce gloves and 3-minute rounds. The 2-minute rounds will just kind of speed the action up. Amateur boxers fight 2-minute rounds, and if you watch amateur boxing, there's no lapses in action." In the highly anticipated showdown between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, the boxers remain steadfast in their commitment to the established rules, disregarding public demands for modifications. Amidst numerous calls for a 10-round fight with 3-minute rounds, an idea previously proposed by Paul to Tyson, the match parameters have remained unchanged. The Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation has granted official approval for the event. Notably, the fighters will wear heavier than usual 14-ounce gloves during the bout. Ahead of the clash, Tyson issued a stark warning to his opponent: "Be in shape, be in good shape, because your health depends on it." To which Paul retorted, "You're the one who wanted right 2-minute rounds. Want to make it 10x3? Don't talk to me about shape. You want 10x3? Tyson initially held back from responding, but Paul went on. "That's the thing. Everyone's all talk. I'll do whenever, wherever. It's all talk. I'm stating facts." He's like talking. Tyson eventually did reply, cautioning, "Be careful." He should be very careful. Paul boldly warned Tyson with confidence, remarking, "People are always going to have something to say. It's because I've proved everyone wrong. I'm here to make history. I'm here for a challenge, and I'm here to fight one of the most dangerous men in boxing." He added, "He's vicious, he's a killer, he has one-punch KO power, he is the greatest heavyweight of all time, but I will prove all of the haters wrong. That's what I've always done. I'm not scared of it. I was born for this moment. The universe told me this was going to happen. I'm going to put on the performance of a lifetime." Former world champion Amir Khan has also made a bold prediction regarding the clash. Khan is confident that Tyson, known for his ferocious power, will claim victory with a swift knockout in the early rounds. He said, "The fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, wow, no one would have ever expected a fight like that fight to be made. Mike Tyson is a legend of the game and not someone who you want to mess about with, even though he's older now and has been retired for a long time. He's obviously done a few exhibitions." Khan voiced his apprehension, expressing his belief that Tyson posed a significant risk to Jake Paul. He struggled to comprehend Paul's reasoning, considering that he was facing a legendary heavyweight. Khan feared that Paul could suffer serious injuries. He questioned the authenticity of the build-up, suggesting that both Mike and Jake were merely promoting the fight for hype. The entire situation, according to Khan, seemed surreal and unbelievable. He hoped Tyson wouldn't end up hurting Paul, adding that while he liked Jake, Tyson was not someone to take lightly or or engage in an exhibition with, especially considering Paul's smaller and lighter physique. Khan said, "I don't know how this is going to go. Is it really going to happen? It amazes me and I'm shocked. I've got Mike Tyson winning by knockout. Even though he's in his 50s, he's still a dangerous guy not to be messed with." In a recent interview with ProBox TV, 40-year-old Bradley Jr. expressed his confidence in Mike Tyson's ability to secure a resounding victory, reminiscent of his prime. This optimism stems from Tyson's potential to unleash his full ferocity within a 2-minute round. With an impressive record of 50 wins and only 6 losses, Tyson possesses the skills and experience to corner Paul, who currently stands at 10-1. Bradley Jr. believes that Tyson's superior strength and body shots could overwhelm Paul, resulting in a dominant performance. He said, "Mike Tyson has the potential to knock this man out. You know that the power is the last thing that leaves you. This is Mike Tyson we're talking about. 2 minutes. That's all it takes. He can get the knockout. Knock Disney Boy the hell out." There are mounting concerns about the possibility of Mike Tyson facing a knockout loss, despite many observers having him ahead on their scorecards. The former champion seems a shadow of his once dominant self. These doubts are exacerbated by his sciatica issues, recent hip surgery, and questions about his ability to maintain stamina during a professional bout. UFC star Michael Chandler shares these apprehensions. Suppose the outcome of Bradley Jr.'s forecast deviated unexpectedly. Chandler diverted his attention from Problem Child's recent encounter with Mike Perry, where he held a considerable advantage, weighing 20 pounds more and standing nearly 4 inches taller than his adversary. He told Lucky Block, "Now it's Mike Tyson, who is 30 years older. Mike Tyson's about 60 and Jake's about 30. I love Mike Tyson. Nobody wants to see Mike Tyson get knocked out, but everybody wants to see Mike Tyson catch Jake Paul and knock him out." If you enjoyed this video, be sure to explore our other videos displayed on the screen.